So now we will study about esophageal diverticulum. So first we will see what are these terms: true diverticulum, false diverticulum, traction diverticulum and pulsant diverticulum. So true diverticulum क्या होता है? True diverticulum is when there is involvement of all layers. When all layers are involved, it is known as true diverticulum. False diverticulum is when there is involvement of only mucosa and submucosa, and this mucosa and submucosa is seen herniating through the muscularis layer. Also, so this false diverticulum, the example of which is Zinker's diverticulum. Also, this diverticulum can be classified as traction diverticulum or pulsant diverticulum. This traction diverticulum is a true diverticulum, and it happens because of scarring, fibrosis or any inflammatory process. And this pulsant diverticulum occurs because of increased intraluminal pressure. So this traction diverticulum is a true diverticulum. One important point. Second important point is all the esophageal diverticulum, like most of the esophageal diverticulum are pulsant diverticulum. जितना भी अभी हम लोग पढ़ेंगे, so most of the esophageal diverticulum are pulsant diverticulum. So this is an important point, like Jenker's diverticulum, Killian-Jamieson diverticulum, epiphrenic diverticulum, mid-esophageal diverticulum, all are pulsant diverticulum. So MCQs में अगर इसके अलावा भी कुछ पूछता है, आपको नहीं आ रहा है, mark pulsant diverticulum. So most of the esophageal diverticulum are pulsant diverticulum. So now we will study about the Jenker's diverticulum. Jenker's diverticulum के बारे में 2 points we already know, that it is a false diverticulum and it is a pulsant diverticulum. Now why it happens? Jenker's diverticulum, it is a pulsant diverticulum, so there will be increased intraluminal pressure. Because of increased intraluminal pressure, there is a weak space generated in the posterior pharyngeal wall, and that is known as Killian's dehiscence, through which there is formation of this diverticulum. Another important MCQ question is that ये Killian's dehiscence कैसे बनता है? What is this Killian's dehiscence? So this Killian's dehiscence is a space between the thyropharyngeus and cricopharyngeus muscle of inferior constrictor. So this is thyropharyngeus muscle, this is inferior cricopharyngeus muscle, and in between these two, this space is Killian's dehiscence. Here in this image, this is the thyropharyngeus, this is the cricopharyngeus, and this is the diverticulum which is coming out through the Killian's dehiscence. So this is the Jenker's diverticulum. Now you can see ये Jenker's diverticulum is above the cricopharyngeus या below the cricopharyngeus. As we can see in the image that this Jenker's diverticulum is just above the cricopharyngeus. ये cricopharyngeus है, Killian's dehiscence ये है, यहाँ से आ रहा है, so it is above the cricopharyngeus. So this is one important point which is asked in the exam. So ये रटने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. You have seen in the image that cricopharyngeus नीचे है, thyropharyngeus ऊपर है और बीच में Killian's dehiscence से आ रहा है. So cricopharyngeus is below, Jenker's diverticulum happens above the cricopharyngeus. Second is that Jenker's diverticulum is a posterolateral diverticulum, like posterior diverticulum. There are anterior diverticulum in esophagus also. So we need to know. So in this barium swallow image, we can see that there is a diverticulum which is coming out posteriorly, and this is the Jenker's diverticulum. ये vertebra है, ये posterior side है, so this is Jenker's diverticulum. What are the clinical features of Jenker's diverticulum? Similar to achalasia, since the food is going there, it will be there for a long period of time, so it can cause halitosis. There will be a bad breath. Also the food can go upwards, regurgitate ऊपर करके फिर respiratory cavity में जा सकता है, so it can lead to aspiration and lung abscess as complication. So Important points about Jenker's diverticulum: it is a false diverticulum, it is a pulsant diverticulum, it occurs to Killian's dehiscence. What is Killian's dehiscence? It is a weak space between the thyropharyngeus and cricopharyngeus muscle. Cricopharyngeus के relation में कहाँ है? It occurs above the cricopharyngeus. किस तरफ होता है? Anterior or posterior? It happens posterior. Now we will see another diverticulum, which is an anteriorly located diverticulum, and it is known as Killian-Jamison diverticulum. So this diverticulum is a anteriorly located diverticulum, and it is below the cricopharyngeus. That's why I was emphasizing on this part while discussing Jenker's. Jenker's above the cricopharyngeus होता है and Killian-Jamison below cricopharyngeus होता है. So these are the two important points, and this is the Killian-Jamison diverticulum. This is the barium swallow image, and this is the Killian-Jamison diverticulum. There is another diverticulum which is known as epiphrenic diverticulum. This epiphrenic diverticulum is seen in the distal esophagus. As you people can see that this is a barium swallow image, and here there is something which is outpouching, and this is epiphrenic diverticulum. So it happens in the distal esophagus, and it is also a pulsant diverticulum. So a quick revision: Jenker's diverticulum we can see going posteriorly, पीछे की तरफ posteriorly होता है, it is above the cricopharyngeus. Killian-Jamison coming anteriorly होता है, and it is below the cricopharyngeus. This is a epiphrenic diverticulum, lower esophageal. This is the gastroesophageal junction वाला part. So distal esophagus में यहाँ पे होता है above the GE junction. This is the epiphrenic diverticulum. There can be other diverticulum also, that is the midesophageal diverticulum. So we have studied about the Jenker's diverticulum, we studied about the Killian-Jamison diverticulum, we studied about the epiphrenic diverticulum. All are pulsant diverticulum. Jenker's is posteriorly directed, Killian-Jamison is anteriorly directed, epiphrenic is distal part of esophagus. For Jenker's, important is Killian's dehiscence. So we are done with the diverticulum part.